Microsoft Expression Web 4, for example, when you install it. And when you click on it, okay, so when you open it the first time, you're going to see this screen. Okay, so some of you want to design a website without writing any code. Okay, other people like to code, even if they are not IT, for example. Okay, other people like to mix between, they want to code a little bit, but most of the time they want to do the design, okay, without knowing too much coding. So what do we do? Okay, first of all, uh, let's just get to know the interface. Let's get to know what is that. This is the menu. What do we call this one? The menu. In the menu, you can see file, you can see open, new, save, and so on. Okay? And edit, cut, copy, paste, and so on, similar to the Word. View, you can see a lot of options here. You have insert, you can insert a picture, you can insert a video, you can insert some other pages, and so on. And the format, you can see the format for the font, paragraph, similar to the Word, okay, with additional things. And there's some tools. If your language is not good, you can do the spelling similar to the Word. You can insert a table, and this is for the site, okay, and so on. The last one is help. Most of the menu here similar to the Word, okay, similar to the publisher when we explain the publisher. Now, underneath the menu, we have the toolbar. What do we call it? Toolbar. Okay. The toolbar contain actually a shortcut. Okay. So if you want to save the file, you need to go and File, Save. But you could click on this disk here directly. Okay. If you want to change the font, you could go to Format and click on Font. Instead, you could use the font here. The size, you can put the mouse. This is the font, and this is the size of the font, and this is the style of the font. And you have also here bold, italic, you can put in the middle, you can put point 1, 2, 3, or point without numbering, and you can insert a table here. You can insert it from here. You can click here directly and say. So the toolbar is a shortcut actually for a lot of things. Okay, this is the toolbar. Underneath the toolbar, we call panels. What do we call them? Panels. Remember them, okay? Panels. So this panel here is for the folder list. Okay, this panel here is for the folder list. When you create your page, okay, you will find your files here, your pictures here. Everything you save will be here like a folder, okay? And if you are using Microsoft Expression, when you open My Document, okay, My Document, you always find My Website. See that? You always find My Website. When you click on it, you will find every website you create here. Okay? So something like that. So this is the folder list. Here, in here, number 3, okay? 3, this is your page. You're gonna design it, or you're gonna do the coding. So the design of the page is here. Okay, the design of the page is here. You can insert picture, you can write some text, we'll see how does it work. Okay, and so on. All right, and also here we have other things. We have the toolbox that you can insert something in your website, and we have the property menu. Down here we have the status at the bottom. You see that one? You can there's a lot of things here that you can see. So here, for example, you can click on this one to see the HTML compatibility. You can go, if there's any error, it will show you here. And here also You can do preview or see the file, how does it work, and so on. So there's some options here. Okay, you can also do some other things. So this is called the status bar. We call it what? The status bar. It gives you some information about if there's any error, if there's any mistakes, and so on. If you want to change the colors right here, okay, you can go to tools, you can change the colors, that's fine. You can go to the application option, okay, and in this one you can change some options. Okay, this option is something like that. You can change the extension, you can change the file extension, but don't play with this one because you don't know yet anything. Okay, just keep it as it. We're not gonna change that. Okay, so we're gonna leave this one until later on. Let's design a website. The first website we're gonna do to create a website. Okay, first of all, we need to create, before we start creating pages, we need to create a website. To create a website, there's a file, new, and this is a page. Okay, I don't want to create a page, I want to create a website. Okay, before you create a page, create a website. If you want to create just one page, that's fine, you can do it. Okay, let me just create a website first. So I'm going to say site, and I'm going to click on new site. Click on a new site, you'll get an options. Okay, these options gives you some things. So you want a one-page website, you want empty website if you want, or you want to use the wizard that will help you to create your website. You can use the general, you can use the template. If you use the template, you have template here that you can change. You can choose one of them and you can update it. This template is ready. Okay, you can just change the text and the pictures if you want, similar to the publisher, like a template. Okay, there's a lot of template. Okay, some of them personal, some of them for business, and you can download from online as well. Now this is the template. I'm gonna choose general. I'm gonna choose one page site, and here where you save your website. So for example, I have Moonther, so I'm gonna name it. Okay, I'm gonna call it, put it in different name. If you want to change the folder, you can click here, but I don't suggest you to change the folder. The folder is always here, so it can show in there. But if you wanna create a new folder, let's say I'm gonna create a new folder. For example, here say Ryan, for example, and I'm gonna click enter. Okay, and just say okay, open. Now you can see the name here is changed. So for each file, for each website you create, call it a name. All the file will be saving there, and you click OK. So we choose general, and we choose one side, and we say what? OK. Now, if you look here in the folder list, I have this file here. Okay, and if you go to my document, you can find there's one called what? Ryan here. If you click on Ryan, you can see one file only. This file is the same here. You can see it right here. Okay, so this folder is the same as here. Okay, so you can see your project folder is right here. Okay, you can see my website, Ryan, and something like that. And there's one page only. The first page, this page here is called the default page. It's called what? The default page, right? Try to enlarge your screen so you can see it. This is the page. It's also written here. Okay, it's also written right here. Okay, this is the default page. Now, when you create any website, it always contains this page. This page don't change the name. Okay, the name is the same. It's the same name written here on this folder. Okay, the same name written on the folder. When you go to my website, it's this one here, default. It's the same name. What's the type of this file? What is the type of this file? And you can see the type right here. What is the extension? What does it say here? Microsoft what? HTML document. Also, the same thing will be written on here. So you can see this one is default.html. So a web page, similar to PDF, similar to GPG, similar to Word. The Word extension is what? Doc. So if I click on this one here, there's one file only, and it's the same file here. I'm gonna just double click on it. So I'm gonna say double click. You can see the code here. I don't want to see the code. I don't know the code. If I am not a programmer, you have 3 tabs here at the bottom. Okay, you see them? We have design, we have split, and you have the code. So what I'm gonna do is click on the design. In the design, you can see, don't see the code, you design it. So I'm gonna design the first page for you and show it to you. Okay, so I'm gonna say here, for example, Moonther Tarana, and I'm gonna say home page. Okay, home page, and I'm gonna just put S here for the language. So this is my page, and I'm gonna say to you just one word: welcome to all, and I'm gonna say welcome to all of you. Have a great stay. Okay, like that. So I can change the font. I can just shadow that. Okay, I can come here and make it bold. I can change the color of the font from here. I can choose any color I want and say apply, and you can see the color changed. Okay, I can make the size bigger. So for example, I can say the size is H1, or you can change the size from here. Okay, so if I want size, this one here, 24, I can choose 24. Okay, but this here, we have a fixed size. So we have H1 bigger. And if you go to H2, right here, that will be smaller than H1. And if you go to H3, that will be smaller. Okay, you'll go to H4 or H6, that is the smallest one. So I'm gonna choose, for example, heading 1. If you want a more size, you can make it larger here. Okay, 36, 24, and so on. Okay, you can change the font type. So I'm gonna choose, for example, let's say you have the same as the Word. Okay, I'm gonna choose, let's say this one here, like this. I like this font. I'm gonna put it in the middle. You can click on the center here. So I'm gonna put it in the middle like that. Okay, this one here, I will keep it the same. I will not change it. Okay, this is my first website. Okay, this is my first website. Okay, how do I see the website? Now, whatever you design here, okay, you will see it on the web page. How do I see it on the web page? If I go and click on this button here, do you see it? And click on this button, I can change Windows Microsoft Explorer. And I can click on F12 if I want. So if I click on this one, it will open it on the browser. Okay, and this is the design I make. The same design I make in the program. You can see it, open it in the, what's the name of the file here? Default.html. Okay. If you change anything, okay, I'm going to close it. If you change anything, that will be changed there. So if I want to put this one in the middle as well, and I'm going to say save. I have to click on save. You can click on save here, and you can click on save here. I'm going to use always the save here. And also, if you want to preview the file, you can click on this one here and preview the file. Or you can click on file and then go to preview on a browser. It's the same menu. Okay, the same menu. So you can click also on F12 in the keyboard. Okay, so I'm going to say, okay, now show me the file. It's the same as I designed. So the same design you make in the program. Okay, I'm going to put them next to each other so you can see both of them together. So the same design you make in the program, you will see it where? In the web page. This is the web page, and this is my program. If you want to see the code, you can click here on the code, and you will see that this is the code. If you want to see the design and the code together, you can see in split. Split, if you shadow this one, it will be shadowed in the code. You can see it right here. Okay? And if you shadow this word, you can see it, it's shadow in the code. If you also, same thing, do the same thing here. I'm going to shadow this one here. You can see it is already highlighted here, okay, in a gray color. Okay, so I'm going to go to the design because we are not doing any coding. All right, this is how we do. If I want to save it in another location, I can say File, Save As. And then you can save it as another page, okay, another name, and click on Save. You can choose different folder if you want, okay, and save it there. If you want to change the color, just shadow the color like the word, okay, and come back here. You can go to the format and go to the font, okay, or you can click here. Okay, this is for the font, and you can choose the color from here, or you can move the color right here. Okay, I want a blue one. I'm going to choose the blue one, for example, or you can choose directly from here colors. So I'm going to make it blue. I can choose the blue, this one, or I can choose this blue. Okay, and I'm say apply. So you can see that it's become what? Blue. You know, you have save, and you have save all. Okay, save, you only save the file you are viewing. Save all, if you have more than one file, you want to save them all, you're going to click on save all. Or you can say the same thing here, file, save. Or this is the name of the file. If I want to close it, I can close it. I didn't delete it. I close it. If I want to open it again, I'm going to just double click on it and it will be open here. I can right click on the name of the file here, right here, and say what? Save. If I want to close it, I click on close. So there's three ways to save. Okay, either right click, save, or you can click on save on this disk, or you can go to file and save. Okay, guys? If I want to close it, that does not mean it's deleted. It means what? It is hidden. If I want to open it, I can click on it and it will be open. Okay, guys? All good? So if I want to change the background color right here, the background color for this one, okay, I can click right here and choose the background color. Let's say a very nice color. Girls can help me choosing the color. So let's say this color and say apply. Okay, you can see that it is like this. If I save and do refresh here, refresh, and you can see the change is already reflected here. Add an image here. Okay, so I'm gonna add an image. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save my image, for example. Okay, I'm gonna save it and put it in my picture like this. I'm gonna say Moonther like that and save it. So I want to add this picture to my new website. How do you add the picture? Same way that you add the picture using the publisher or the Word. So you go to insert what? Picture, and from file. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to my picture, and I'm going to select this picture, for example, and I'm going to say inserted it. Now, this screen will come up. There's two spaces. And the first space is an alternative text. Alternative text, that means you put like a name for the picture, that if the internet is slow and the picture is not appearing quickly, this text will appear. Or for some reason, if your browser cannot show the picture, the text will appear telling you what's in the picture. So for example, I could say here, Dr. Moonther, okay, like this. This is the picture for Dr. Moonther. I can just put description here, like this. For example, small picture for Dr. Moonther around while explaining web design. Just a small description, okay? Remember this word, Dr. Moonther. So if I say, okay, now the size is too big. How do I reduce the size? I'm gonna have to click on the picture like this, and there's a corner here. You can hold the mouse and reduce the picture size like this. I can reduce the size like this. Okay, and you can also change the size from where? Okay, from the format. Okay, or you can right click on the picture like this. Right click on the picture. There's delete, there's reset size. If you want to make it to the original size, I'm going to say reset size. We bring it to the original size. Okay, but I don't want that. Okay, I want to change the size again. So again, I could also right click on the size. I could set auto thumb. That will show it as a very small picture. Okay, very small picture. If I right click on the picture and say, okay, I want to picture property, and I can click on the picture. This is the name of the picture. This is the description that I added. You can change it here. You can change everything. And I can go to the appearance. This is the general tab. I can go to the appearance, click here. And I want this picture on the middle, for example, or I want it on the left side, or I want it on the right side if you are writing in Arabic, for example. For the size, here specify the size. I can specify the size as like a pixel. For example, here I can say 300 by 200 something. So if I click OK, the size is changed. Okay, I can go back again, right click on the picture. If you click somewhere else, that will not show the property of the picture. But you have to click on the picture and picture property and go to the appearance. Okay, and you can change the size. If you don't know the size and you want the picture to be like half of the page, like a percentage of the size of the page, Sometimes you open the page on the mobile phone, on the tab, on the computer, on small screen, big screen. So you want to show the page or the picture in percentage of the screen. You can choose percentage here. So I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to show it as 50% width. This is the width. And the height, I want it to be 50%. Okay? So if I do that, you can see it's 50%. Okay? I can choose that. I can change if you want. Go to the picture property. Go to the appearance. I can put it as like the height or the width. I can make the width 30%, and the height keep it 50, and make it like that. I can also play with the size right here if you want. Okay, now I can save it. I can click on save or go to file and say save. And when you say save, you have the pictures. Okay, so you need to save the picture in your what? In your website. So now I already changed the size of the picture 2 times. So I have the original picture Moonther, and I have this one. I make it now. I change the size. If you want to save, you have to save them. When you click save, the pictures will come up here. If you go to the folder that contain your website, my document, my website, go to Ryan, and you can see the pictures are here. Okay, so any change on the picture will be saved as a new picture. And I'm going to show and say file, review in a browser, and let me see how does it look like. Okay, so you can see how does it look like. Okay, the picture is not clear, so I'm going to have to go back and change it and so on. All right, guys, make it more reasonable. Okay, if you don't like this picture, right click and what? Cut. And I can drag the original one. If you cut it from the website, it's still, the file is still there. Okay, I can click on the original picture, drag, and drop. And you see I'm clicking on it, and I'm moving it inside my page right in this position. And I can say here, write a new description, Dr. Moonther. And I don't want to write a description, so I'm going to say, okay, this is an optional. Okay, now I put it like that. Now I can change it like to whatever to make it a little bit clear. So I can save, and I can go and preview in a browser, and you can see it's more clear now. I'm going to add a new page to the website. Now, putting the picture here with the file, all the file together is not good. Sometimes you have a very large website, and you have so many pictures, and you have other files and so on. So what I'm going to do now is put the picture in separate folder. That's what I do. So what I do is right click here, and I'm going to say new what? New. You click on the folder, okay? You click where? Don't click on the file. Okay, click on the folder, the main folder, and you say new what? New folder. New what? Folder. I'm going to call the folder images, for example. Like that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move the image inside this folder. So I'm going to click on Moonther, drag in this image folder, and the other picture in there. So this picture now inside a separate folder. I don't want to see them. I just want to put them here. So I'm just going to save them like that. If you preview, the change will be affected now. Okay, so you can say file, preview. Let's see what happened. Yeah. If for some reason, if I go and the code and change the picture name, delete one letter, now the picture changed. Okay, and here it tells me there's some error. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the design. You see the picture where disappeared because the code, in the code, I changed the name. All right. So if I preview it, what does it say here? The text I wrote. Remember the text I wrote? Say Dr. Moonther, like that. So because the picture is not appeared. If I fix the picture in the code, the name, I deleted one letter here from the name, and I say save. Then I go back to this one here, and I say refresh. It will come back. I'm gonna go and create a new page. Okay, so I'm gonna say file, for example, new page, and I'm gonna choose general and always choose what? HTML. All right, and say okay. So this is a new page. I haven't saved it. For example, I could say, let's say Buthina. Okay, I'm gonna write your name. Just write it from the keyboard. No need to do anything like a word. Okay, Aina, right?
Okay.
Aina's web page. Okay, and I'm gonna put this in the middle. How do I put this in the middle? Similar to the word. There's something here in the left, right side, and this is in the middle, this is in the left side. So I'm going to put it in the middle. If I want to make the size bigger, I can choose from the size here. So I'm going to make it 36, for example. I'm going to make it bold. Okay, so if I want to find the picture for some Buthina, I just want to add a picture. Come here and click enter, go to the second line, and I'm going to click on this one here, insert picture from file, or you can go insert picture from file. It's the same. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to go to my picture, and I'll choose this picture here, and I'll put it right here. So in an alternative, I can put this is Buthina Arabic name. Huh? And I'm going to say okay. So the name comes here. Okay, you can play with the size, you can play with the things like that. Okay, and I could also put a menu for the people. I could say home. Okay, space. I could say about me. I could say also my college. Or college, let's say just college. I could say work, if you are working. I could say contact me, for example. All right. This is like a menu. So I'm gonna shadow it a little bit, make it bigger. So I'm gonna make it H3, for example. I'm gonna put it in the like this here. Okay, later on we know how to put them as, let's put them like here. I can put picture for home, like a picture, for example. So if I want to search for a small picture for home, I can say copy like, and you always find picture like on the net. So if I want to find home, this home icon, okay, or home icon, let's say home icon. I can find a lot of icons, so I can choose this one is much better. Okay, I can click on this one, I can save it. You can use this, it's free, and I can save it in my picture and save it as home icon, IC icon, like that. You can give it a name. What I'm gonna do is that just come here, I'm gonna put small icon before home. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is insert picture, and I'm gonna say home icon and insert this one. And I don't want to put any text here, so I'm just gonna put it. Now I can right click on it and make it as a thumb. And I can make it smaller, smaller, smaller. I can remove home now, so people knows that when you click on this one, that means home. I can put something for about me, picture for college, picture for work, picture for contact me, and so on. If I want to save it, this is the pictures are still not here. Okay? If I want to save it, I could say save. And this give me what's the name of the page. I say, okay, save it as Buthaina and save. And it will ask me to save these pictures. Okay? So I'm going to say, okay, save them. These pictures are here. So I'm going to select this picture and put them in the folder of the picture. If you don't want to do it right here, you can go to the folder, my document, my website, and go to, I think it's Ryan, and there's the pictures here. So you can choose these pictures, Buthaina and this picture, and cut, or you can move them to where? Move this picture to the pictures here, move this picture here, and move this picture here. And that will do the thing. Same thing that when you do it right here. Okay, same thing exactly. Now, if you save, and if I close it and come back again, I don't have to close it, just wait a little bit, and you will see it all here. Okay, you'll see it all right here. Okay, you can see now, where's the pictures? They are right here. So you can copy them in the folder, or you can copy them from here. And I have to save because the pictures here is gone. Okay, so because I changed the position of the picture, now it's changed. If I want to put it again, I can just put like drag, put it right here, and that's it. Okay, I can remove this one, cut. And this one is I can remove it, cut. I can drag picture and put it here like this and say like that. Okay, and that will make it smaller. So if I can say save and go and say view in a browser like this, file, view in a browser, you can see it like that.